I got a lot of response from the parasites and dealing with our inner demons, and the question came up a number of times of exactly how can we get rid of our parasites. And so, like the worst ones are the judge and the victim, according to Toltec masters, because the judge is like the head of a monster, as we have said, and without the judgment, wow, there's dozens of tentacles, and they are things like self-worth issues, or arrogance, or self-importance, or self-pity, or comparing. All those are rooted in the judge. So if you vanquish the judge, the parasite of the judge, boy, that's the head of the monster, and then all the tentacles will dry up by themselves. So the question is, how do you get rid of the judge? And so this is straight from our practice with Don Miguel, and it's one of the best things I learned from him, of many, many, many things, but this is as good as any. And that's how to vanquish the parasite of the judge. And it's with the use of what we call the Mitote Book, a Mitote Book. So Mitote is like an Indian word of confusion and all that. Anyway, for this Mitote Book, get a little journal, like a journal, not your part of your dream journal or your shamanic journal. It has its own energy, so keep it separate. Now this is a serious practice, so I'm going to tell you everything in detail. So in this journal, on the first page, you write your resume, your name, your date of birth, basic things as you would to identify yourself in a formal document. On the next page, you make a vow to yourself, and you say, basically, in your own words, you can say, I promise in this journal to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And you sign it, and you date it. So it's a formal document, a formal vow you make with you and your higher self. Okay, then on the third page, the real practice begins. And what you want to do is pick a time of the day. At the end of every day, you write down all the judgments you made during that day. It could be against your boss, your cohorts at work, your partner, your mates, anything. You do not have to be nice and polite. You can be mean, you can be cruel, you can be mean-spirited, whatever. But what is important is that you tell the truth in the tone and mood that you made that judgment. So then you write it down. You can put like judge, colon, today I hated this school because the boss did this and this and that, and I said this, and they're so stupid, whatever you're going to say, you say it. Let it out just the way you had made that judgment. Not more, not less. Okay, then you let it out. You're basically letting out emotional poison, psychological poison out of your system. See, normally we're taught like, oh, you shouldn't say such negative things, so we kind of repress it. Then what happens is that poison stays inside. There's no legitimate way to get it out. And yet it's in there. So this Mitote Book is a great way to do that. You're letting it out. You're letting out the pus. You're letting out the poison out of your psyche. Okay, so every day you do that. And you just write, like stream of consciousness if you want, everything you had judged that day. Now what you'll find out, now you have to actually practice this, actually do it. If you really do it, you'll find out these things. First, like the same issues come up over and over and over again. I mean, it's so pathetic, you're going to either laugh or cry, but it comes up. It's the same few things that we have inside that we're judging. And the third thing is, no matter how harsh you judge the world, it'll never be as harsh as you judge yourself. Why am I so stupid? Why can't I be more successful? Why can't, look at so-and-so, he's better and I'm the same age, and why can't I, all that kind of stuff. All of that is getting released. And so do that every day. You also then find, like, well, at least I found, and I think many people do too, is like, you're actually, once you get going on this practice, it's like I look forward to doing it, because all the things I normally had kept inside can now come out. What a release. It's like going to the best therapist who listens completely and you don't have to pay a thing. Anyway, there's another step to this, but first of all, first things first, practice this for at least a month or 2 months, if not more, and then put comments and then I'll know where the general mood of the people are, and then we'll take it to the next step. But this is one of the best things you can do if you want to vanquish the worst of our inner demons, the worst of our parasites, the judge. Now, you can also do the same thing with the victim simultaneously. So the victim will say, oh, poor me, why does this always happen to me? Look at this government, it's going to do me. And you're taking everything personally. Okay, so you can say judge, and then you do all the judgment, and then victims, and then all the outcries, what the victim would say, self-pity and all that. So actually do this, and you'll be amazed how much it can make you, how much better and cleaner it'll make you feel. Good luck.